Hello, welcome to one of my holiday projects. I'm going to share with you a layout created with the Hello Lovely kit that you can see here in the Close to My Heart Seasons expressions. I haven't done a YouTube video before, so this is my first foray into this. I'm a primary teacher and this is something that I think can be helpful in my teaching practice as well. So here's the Workshops Your Way kit. This kit is $46 New Zealand, and in it you have some glitter gems, which I'm just opening up here, and before I was having a look at the blush shimmer trim. There's some gold dots, gold glitter gems they're called, and the Hello Lovely compliments is what I'm just having a look here. So in this you've got a beautiful gold sticker sheet with letters like I showed you before, and you've got a mixture of soft muted tone stickers as well as some glistening gold ones. So in this kit we also have 4 sheets of Whisper of the White Daisy cardstock. And then we've got a series of patterned papers. So you've got 2 each of these patterned papers. They're all double-sided. So these are suitable for double layouts or single. And you can see the cute little zip strips up the top on the back of the manufacturer's information as well. And these can be quite cute on layouts, and you'll see me use one of these later on. So there's also the pocket pages sheet that you can see here, and there's 2 of these in each pack as well. And here's the last piece of paper that's in there. So there's 2 of all of those. I've only shown you 1 of each just to give you an idea of the colours and patterns that are in here. So there's a mixture of detailed pattern as well as nice soft patterns. So here I'm deciding to do a layout, and I've printed these slightly smaller, these photos, so they are 2 by 3 rather than 4 by 6. And they're of my daughter on a trip we went over to Wanaka. She only came with me so she could get some photos taken. So behind the photos I'm going to put some strips of paper, and I decided to cut these at 2 inches each, so that's just straight from the 12 by 12 sheets. I'm doing that with each of the papers. Okay, so I'm going to put these behind the photographs. I will play around with the order of the papers as to top, middle and bottom as time goes on, and you'll see me play around with this and also the width of these a bit later on. But right now I'm just quite happy with the colours and how they kind of make her photo pop. I decided to use one of these pocket page pieces as a kind of a journaling block. So I'm going to use that bluey green one that's kind of like a frame. I had to trim a little bit extra off. Didn't quite get it right the first time. So I'm going to pop that on there in the meantime. And I'm going to have a go at grabbing one of those patterned zip strips off one of the pieces of paper. So it's a nice grey strip, just to put it in there and just trim that off. I'm going to place that at the top at the moment just to play around with where I actually want that when I'm going to put the layout together later. This blush shimmer trim is absolutely beautiful, the ribbon, and it's just such a soft pinky peachy apricot-y colour. I'm not sure what colour you'd call that, but it just with the shimmer it just really adds that little bit extra to the pages. Okay, so getting those all laid out the way that I like them, I decided to put those, the zip trim and the shimmer ribbon down the bottom. Now I've cut the beautiful out from its backing paper so I can place that on my page to see where I want to put it. And I'm going to do the same with some stickers. Once I've decided which stickers I want to put on, I'm going to cut around them so I can place them on the page at a place that suits. So I'm going to put the banner raw ribbon strip up there, and with all design it's a good idea to do it in odd numbers. So the one just looks a bit odd there, odd being odd numbers, and I'm just going to put 3 up there. Again, it's an odd number, but it's more visually appealing. I'm going to put 1 rose up there, and then I'm going to put a smaller rose later on, a smaller rose down the bottom, just to connect the top and the bottom of the layout. Alright, next steps to get it stuck down. quite brave enough to stick it down first. I have to have it all there, and it's good that I didn't, because I decided that I didn't want these strips going all the way across, so I just trimmed off a piece off each side, off one of the sides of each of them, so that it wouldn't go all the way across my page. Zip strip as well. Now I'm not going to trim the ribbon, because I'm actually going to have it wrapping all the way around the page. So here I'm using a tape runner just to stick these down. And using my Close to My Heart mat to help me choose where the pieces go, just to make sure that they're going to be semi-even. It doesn't have to be perfect, I'm not a perfectionist, but this mat really helps just to make sure things are generally in the right place. And my tape runner runs out. Luckily I have another one. The Tombow one that I'm using here isn't in the catalogues, however it is available in the online store with Close to My Heart. And the zip strip goes down. So I also use this tape runner to do the ribbon a bit later on, but I'm using that with my photos as well. And the ribbon. So I'm going to use the adhesive tape runner again on that. I'm going to but I'm going to actually stick the journaling card down before I put the ribbon on top of it. And because I've got that wee embellishment cluster up the top there, that's why I'm going to put that journaling card down the bottom, and it just adds a little bit more of weight down there. And the ribbon with a few slides of the adhesive, and then I'm going to stick it down and wrap it round to the back of the white daisy cardstock. And a little bit more just to make sure it's stuck down. Okay, so now it's time to get those other last little things stuck down before I do my journaling. So here I'm going to stick down the widest banner sticker from the compliments pack first, followed by a similar one of the same colour, and the little pink one, which is just a different touch of colour. The rose is just going to sit up there comfortably, just to add another point of interest on the page. And another wee rose down the bottom near the journaling tab. Okay, with the lettering stickers, what I used here is just a piece from the back of the compliments to sit down the bottom, to make sure they're all going to sit across so that it's not uneven writing. These gold letters are a nice texture to hold and to touch, and they are raised so that there is a little bit of dimension that they add to the layout. There we go, there's the beautiful title. Next step is to add my journaling note. I've decided I'm going to put some gold dots on the roses. So I'm going to put a larger one at the top, and then a smaller dot down on the bottom rose, and another one over there in threes. And just carrying on with my journaling on the page to finish it off. I find that the journaling is really important for me as a memory keeper, because that's the message or the sentiments or the record of time and place that I'm wanting to put on there. a lot of my journaling is a message to the person or the people that are in the photos, in the sense that I hope that my daughter will read this and that at some point she'll take some of these words and things on board. I use my own handwriting. I think it's important to keep it natural. It doesn't have to be typed or perfect. I have some layouts where I've actually crossed out a word and written another one that makes more sense, because while I do want this to be something that looks good, I also want it to be real. And done.